Weekend is here. The weekend is here. Yay. Um, good morning. It's Friday. It's Thursday. It's almost Friday. It's almost the weekend, and I cannot wait to do this thing I don't know if you know me or not, but I love my donuts. And that's the first thing we're talking about today. We have in Santa Clara County, let me get over here so I can get down here. Donut Fest, Silicon Valley. Yay. I think this is the first one. I have no idea what it's about. The link is down below, and I want you to go and support this. Please. It's this, I got to tell you, it's this Sunday, 1 to 5 p.m. Go get a donut. All right. Go click on the link and figure out how to get down there. Looks like there's going to be some food trucks, some beer. I've never had beer and donuts, but you know what? Anything is possible. Go do this. It's done by the Hospitality Fund, and I think that's a fundraiser. So please support this service. Donuts. Yes, a little subtle self-promotion as well. Just so you know, gotta move this over. I do this video every day. I do 4 days a week. I do a foundational video like how to sell your house, which is late this week. Don't know exactly why. But I have that, and then I do shorts, but I also do a blog, and I also do a podcast. And it's the same thing. Everything you hear here, the same thing that I'm saying is transcribed for you so you can read it if you enjoy reading, so you can read my pidgin English. Or you can go to the podcast, and I give you all the links as to where you can find it. So here's the link to the podcast. This is the podcast right here. Allows you to check things out, and then you get to do whatever it is. So my idea is I want to make sure that if you're interested in what I have to say, you don't have time to watch me on YouTube or Facebook, it's available on podcast. There you go. Just thought I'd help, see if it's something that's worth your while. If you, I recently became acquainted with this last year. Beautiful Day is a community impact organization that goes out to places out in San Jose and the Silicon Valley and helps people make this area better. And it's all done by a church, but it's great and everything. But what I want is for volunteers to come and help out. And it's sometime in October. I'll be pitching this quite a bit. I want you to volunteer, be involved. I am volunteering to be a lead or a sub-lead. And you know that I'm all about service, about giving back, about being part of the community, about being part of us and enjoying that. So not just for me, but so my children can watch us serve and give back to our community. And you know that I've always been involved in our kids' schools. I've adopted a park. We do the bike program at the end of the year. For every house we sell, we buy a bike. And this is just one extra layer of stuff that we can do to help build our community, make our community better. And I'd love it if you showed up, brought a hammer. You don't even have to bring any tools. You don't have to have any kind of construction knowledge or what have you. There's so much stuff that goes on during that one day. It's actually a whole weekend, but it's just a really fun, great weekend that we get together and become part of a community. So I implore you to jump in there. And it's beautifulday.org. The link's down there. There you go. Okay, that's the 3 things you need to know. This next thing is me promoting my video, my YouTube channel, and it is how to get smoke smell out of your house. So if you want to watch it, It's there for you to watch. And then I didn't do this today. I can do that really quick for you if you really want, but there you go. Yeah, this is the realty time thing here. 4 things home buyers really want in kitchen cabinetry. Now, I'm not telling you to do this because I want you to sell your house and spend 70, 80, 100 grand on a new kitchen just to sell your house. I'm not doing that. I'm saying that if you own a house and you want to upgrade your house, do it for you. Do it for your needs and your wants and your desires, absolutely. But also put these things into mind, right, when you're doing it. And I'll give you a couple other tips because I've done my kitchen twice. The first time is because it was original. And the second time it was because the person that installed the dishwasher put a little hole in the drain line and it destroyed the kitchen box, the cabinets. So second time I learned a lot of lessons. First time I thought it was a great kitchen setup, but that was me. Spend the quality, spend time or money on quality. It will serve you. Make sure you get plywood boxes, not the MDF or multiple density fiberboard. Don't get the cheap stuff. Don't get the stuff at Home Depot or Lowe's or IKEA is okay, but you're going to get what you get, but don't expect to say this is a premium product. We got custom cabinets and it was not that much more expensive than modular. We got the custom closing, we got the soft closing, we got everything we wanted, and it was not that much. It was probably 5 or 10% more expensive than what modular was. So spend the extra money and get the extra quality. Symmetry is important. You want to make sure, especially from your stove oven, that it goes out and it catches your eye and it makes it feel balanced. It's very important. Even your oven and then also your sink. It has to be balanced to make it look completely even. Yes, light and bright. I'm telling you, this is like the number one thing I tell people when I sell houses is you want to sell bright, airy, open spaces. And that's exactly what you do. If you looked at my kitchen, it's white, bright, and airy. And you want to make it as open as possible. When we did our first kitchen layout, we actually moved it out 2 feet because the dishwasher was so close to the corner that you couldn't put dishes away. You would have to pick them up, put them on the counter, and then put them away. That was just horrible. So I moved everything out 2 feet, and now you can go around the dishwasher. Some of the things I can tell you from this current build that we did, this is like 5 or 6 years ago. So make sure that when they do the tops, the counters, that the joints are offset to the joints of the countertops. So you have the underlayment, which is usually 3/4 inch plywood. And if it's like this, right, you want to make sure that the countertops are like this so that it floats better. The second thing is if you go all white, that's fine. If you're going to put a color and make it darker on like a gray on the bottom and then white on the top, make sure you tell them to color the primer as the same color as what you're painting in. Because my mongoloid little children, and I love them so, they chip and bang and dang and whenever they put dishes and pots away from the dishwasher, they don't care and they chip up our cabinets. And now if you looked at our bottom cabinets, which is like a gray taupe whatever color, you see little white pings everywhere and it drives me crazy. So that's the big thing that I want you to take away. All right, let's take a quick look at inventory. Inventory is massively low all the way across the nation. We already talked about that. Yesterday we talked about that here. Was it this one? No. Yeah, inflation is down continues to slide. This isn't a lot. 500,000 active listings, and this is everything, right? Commercial, mobile, condo, what have you. 500,000 units across the United States is nothing. It should be 1 to 1.2 million units at any given time. We're dangerously low. But that's keeping your pricing, your house pricing, relatively high. We just sold a house in San Lorenzo, of all places, and it's a modest home. There's nothing, new kitchen, the bathrooms were really nice, but it was an older home. It was built in the 50s. I would say it's smaller, and it had an addition put on it. So it had this kind of a weird layout. The good thing about it was on a corner, an inside corner lot, so it was a little bit larger. And it was inside a community that was very highly sought after, which I think was the winning thing for it. But also, there's just not a lot of inventory out there for well-built, well-maintained homes. And this is a well-maintained home. And we listed it at $800,000. It was a crazy weekend, massive tons of people coming in. My phone rang off the hook. My agent's phone rang off the hook. It was mass chaos. And we came in and we wound up getting 13 offers. So well-maintained homes, moderately priced for the area. Again, $800,000 for San Lorenzo is a little bit up there, but for that area, it made sense. We got 13 offers. And we actually sold it for $900,000, $100,000 more. Crazy, right? Great for the sellers. So happy for them. We actually had 2 offers that were over it, but both of them had appraisal contingencies. This other one came in as is. No contingency. Close in 21 days. Everything that we could look at, everything that we could want, right? Not to brag, that's just the way the market is. When you price your house correctly, when it's done correctly, when it's presented correctly, and it's marketed correctly, you're going to get a pleasant surprise. Okay, so plus, when inventory is low and demand is starting to curve up, because again, this is the buying season, you're going to get crazy offers like that. We have a couple more houses coming up. I'll share the results with you when that happens. So inventory in San Jose went up slightly, except for the actual MLS value went down. Tampa, it went up. Cape Coral went up by not a whole lot. I mean, just look at the numbers are very, very flat. Atlanta, there's something broken with Atlanta because nobody's buying or putting houses on the market. I have no idea what's going on. It's been the same number for 3 weeks in a row, and I triple checked it. LA is down, Chicago's down, New York is up. Again, not spiky numbers, not hugely spiky numbers. That's actually should be. No, that's up. That went up quite a bit. I mean, that's a pretty big jump by 200, almost 300. Phoenix is down. Nashville's down. Knoxville's up by 4. So again, flat. Jacksonville's down. Chattanooga's down. So again, we're seeing kind of like this, and we're at a downward slope of inventory across the nation. And that is going to keep house pricing moderately high. I think we've seen the contraction. Again, the world economy could explode today, tomorrow, and everything's different, right? But at the end of the day, we have people that are interested in buying homes. We have people that are out there buying homes, and it's not going to happen. So there you go. All right, 15 minutes, almost on the dot. I'm Vito Scarnecchia. Have a great weekend. I hope to see you at the donut place. We'll see you out there.